and welcome to DiceFriends. This is a one-shot, The Beast of Sucker Creek, using the second edition of the Fiasco rules from Bully Pulpit Games. None of us have ever played this before. Thank you so much. I have a glass of water. So since I'm going to drink my water, we're going to start introductions with Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. Hello.
We've been assigned characters, right?
No. We're about to do that.
Okay, cool. Hi, I'm Beej. Hello.
Hi, I'm Dale.
Hi, I'm Corey.
So, Fiasco is a game where we are all terrible people who have terrible plans, and this is, if we do it right, the story of how we got our comeuppance. So, there are lots of different play sets with Fiasco. The one that we're using is called The Beast of Sucker Creek. I'm going to read the blurb because no one else here has heard this yet. So here's the blurb for the game we're playing tonight. For hundreds of years, reports of blood-chilling cries in the night and occasional sightings of the beast have been a fixture of local gossip. Is it a hoax? A crazed bear? Something strange and wholly new to science? No one knows, but those who have crossed paths with it are convinced of one thing. The Beast of Sucker Creek is real, and you don't want to make it angry. So, we each have a hand of cards.
I have a question.
Ask.
Hundreds of years have gone by, and this blood-curdling cries have been whatever, right?
Yeah.
And everyone thinks it's a crazed bear.
Yeah.
A crazed bear that has lived for hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's genetic.
I mean, think how senile it must be.
No kidding.
How would you like to be immortal? Come on, Beej.
How would I like to be immortal? That sounds great. We have a, sorry, Dale, we have a hand.
Yes, we have.
I'd like to be immortal in the good way, thank you.
So, we have figured out who's going first, and it's Ian. So, Ian, you are going to take a card that says relationship.
Okay.
And you are going to place it between any two players. That relationship will be what exists between those two players.
Ooh,
And we get to pick who is whom if there's two people on it.
Well, I'm going to take the town friends relationship, developer and surveyor of Starfield Acres 2, and place it between the two of you.
All right. We're friends.
Developer and surveyor.
Yeah.
I call surveyor.
Yes!
Okay. Beej, play a relationship card, please.
I'm going to play a... Oh, God, I really want to do that, but... Actually, I'm going to play Monster Hunters between Corey and Ian.
Oh.
You are either the author of Skunk Apes Fact or Fiction, and author of Incident at Sucker Creek.
Huh. So you're a writer and either a developer or a surveyor.
Surveyor.
I'm going to assume that it could be a blog even.
All right. Beej and Ian, you guys are family. Specifically, you're swamp kin.
Oh, fuck. Oh, good. Let's get all of my favorite tropes out of the way.
You know
That
how
was
it
my
is.
only relationship card.
You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose your family. The swamp
Nope.
chooses your family.
All right, so I'll
There's only
take
one
the,
place
the
you can
last
play.
relationship. It's a romance co-authors of Taken by the Beast.
We're all writers.
Weird. Yeah. That's really weird, actually.
It is.
Bizarre.
All right, so we keep going around the table, and we're going to each play one more card. Each of these relationships has a detail attached to it. Two of those details will be needs, and the needs cannot be adjacent to each other. There will also be one object and one location. Was that clear? So the next four cards played will include two needs, a location, and an object.
And they go in the spaces between.
They get attached to the relationship.
Oh, I see.
And the needs cannot be adjacent to each other.
Two needs, a location, and an object, and we're to play. We can go with object, need, or location at this point.
Yep.
Oh boy.
We haven't seen these cards before.
Wow, there's a lot of... That's just one card. Yes, okay, good.
Oh, good, good. Here, perfect. Need. Your need is to contact the beast. You romantic couple.
Who want to be taken by the beast?
All right. So that means that the other need goes here.
Oh, I see, yes. Okay. I have a need, then.
Okay.
I'm going to say a need to enjoy some quiet time after the accident.
The accident.
All right, I'm going to attach a location to the swampkin. It's way back deep, the beast's stinking lair. So you have to play an object, and you have to play it on our relationship.
I think the object will be suspicious blood-curdling howls echoing through the night.
Huh.
So we could play this for the... I don't know what the top-down looks like, if this will actually help people or not.
It might not even be...
Okay.
We've read them all out
It's already
loud.
set up.
Never
It's
mind then,
just- Yeah.
Okay, so now we turn our cards to the other side, and there are a bunch of names on them. And we name our characters using the cards.
Oh.
All right.
I feel like that might introduce a little bit of confusion. I have a card that says Dale. Not Tell Dale, just Dale.
There we are.
All right, let's see if I can find something better.
I have selected my name.
Oh, perfect.
My name is Fanny Mobley. Fanny with two N's and an IE. I wrote a book. I don't know which one.
God, there's some really good stuff in here.
All right, I'm going to be Sucker Creek Linda Anderson. But Sucker Creek's right there in my name.
Yeah.
Okay, I am Garland McGee,
Oh.
named after the stuff that you hang up on Christmas trees.
Say hello to Bobby America. Named after the thing you should have done and the thing we love.
Should have done.
Yep. Now we got Bobby.
It's one man's opinion.
All right, cool.
So, is Sucker Creek in the deep south?
There's
No,
swamp people.
it's just how they talk.
swamp huts.
So, we're actually like in northern Alberta, but we're talking this way.
Yeah, we're
There's a lot
talking
of
this way.
swamp in northern Alberta.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Just picturing the two guys we played on the nudist theme park crap shot we did.
It's just outside of, like, Muskeg Creek.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, Sucker Creek.
We're all right.
Okay.
So, we're going to do Act 1. In Act 1, we each get 2 scenes focused on our character. So, and we're just going to go around the table. So the very first scene is all about Bobby. And Bobby, who has not yet declared pronouns, can either tell us what the scene is, or say, you guys decide, and then Bobby would decide whether the scene goes well or poorly. So, we need to figure out what's going on before we dive in with the scenes. We've got a couple of needs here. You and I, sweetie, need to contact the beast.
Right.
And those two monster hunters need to enjoy some quiet time after the accident.
So it stands to reason that if there was an accident involving the beast, let's say, they probably know where to contact the beast. And that could be a thing. Is like, we want to contact the beast. they must have seen it recently. So I think this is like a fanfic that we collaborated on.
Oh,
Yeah,
taken by the beast.
Yeah, it's like some AO3 stuff that we wrote. That was like it's like chapters and chapters of what it would be like to.
Slow burn.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like we're just all pent up into this like weird like thing we got going. It's like we gotta find the beast and see if this is actually what's gonna happen with our fanfic or not. And we know about who contacted the beast. It must be you guys because you wrote books about the beast.
And they had an accident.
Yeah.
And because they need to enjoy some quiet time, if you and I don't do anything, they'll just have some quiet time, and that won't be fun for anybody. So, in order to be good players of this game, we have to make it difficult for them to have some quiet time, because that would be helpful of us.
That's true. All right.
So we've got those things going on. Now, you guys who are kin, we'll have to, figure out a little bit more specifically.
Yeah.
The lair is important to the two of you.
Okay, so it's not that we are here, it's that is important to us.
It might be that you are there.
Okay.
Something about your relationship involves the lair. And something about our relationship involves suspicious, blood-curdling howls echoing through the night from that centuries-old bear who's crazed from being so old. Because
The
it's
going
senile.
theory.
Yes. And you say you're the surveyor,
Yeah.
and I'm the developer.
Yeah.
So does that mean you work for me?
Yes.
All right.
I think you have money. You've been like putting money into developing this community in whatever Star Creek or
Sucker Creek?
not the other one, the development location.
Starfield Acres 2.
Starfield Acres 2.
All
So,
right.
yeah, you've been developing Starfield Acres 2.
All right. So I have money, or perhaps I'm just desperately in debt.
Both.
Or, yes. All right. So now we figure out who our characters are a little bit more than just the names.
Okay.
Do you have an idea yet how you're feeling about? Because I think that we probably like what makes us swampkin is that we grew up probably living like we grew up living in the swamp, like
Yeah, that makes sense.
like in like stilt house
Oh, yeah.
type of with like fan boats and stuff.
Yeah, shacks and
Yeah, that like, and the whole community just kind of all looks out for each other, and you if you catch a crocodile
that sounds.
or a bunch of ducks,
One of those northern Alberta crocodiles.
crocodiles, you know how it is? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wild
those
Rose
Northern
country.
Alberta. fan
Wild Rose
boats.
crocodile, yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of ducks are like a bear that's choking on tar sands. That everyone splits that shit up, and we all agree to eat it together, kind of deal. I think that's how that works.
That sounds, that makes sense.
Okay, from when we were very young,
Yeah.
but we're not very young anymore.
No, we've got our own shacks at this point.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm clearly going nowhere because all I have is writing fanfic and my lovely Linda, but I've essentially found my way into money, or so I think.
So maybe I'm married and not to you.
Ooh. All right, yeah. Good. I can prepare. I can pretend to be a boy toy.
Well, because your story doesn't sound like you have money.
No.
So, if I have money, there's got to be a reason. Yeah, I think you're my boy toy.
Okay, that sounds great. And we've been because we're both naturally interested in this one thing.
Right, and so my husband, this is the excuse. Like, we tell him, yes, we are working on our book.
Yeah. It's just a shitty
There's
fanfic.
lots of books about the monster, the beast.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then, where does that put you? Because you are actually doing something.
It brings us back to the question of do I want to decide whether it goes well or bad for me? I don't care what happens to me. I would like to know where I am from other people, and I could decide whether it goes well or badly.
Well, you're one of these two people.
Yes,
You're one of
yes.
these two authors.
I do think that I've definitely written Skunk Ape's Fact or Fiction, which is so. how much are we revealing before we do a scene, and how much are we revealing in scenes? Is a question I would like to ask.
So there's no rule on that.
Okay.
If there's a subject where something hasn't been revealed, anybody can reveal that information. So if there's stuff you want your character to be, you should say that now. Because at any point, any of us can lock in anything. I mean, obviously we need consent. And there is a cool rule in this game called Let's Not, where anybody can play the Let's Not card, and whatever it is that's happening stops happening.
Okay. That's cool.
Because sometimes Fiasco gets kind of dark. And so that's just an easy way to say, no, let's not. You can also just say, let's not.
Okay. Okay. So do you want to establish what the scene looks like then? Like where you feel that you are as a character so far? Do you want somebody else to start
I would
first?
like to be put into a scene, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you want to... Okay, so you're going to resolve.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so what's going on with the Beast's lair? Why is that an important part of your relationship?
I like to think that I bet you he and I, with some other like Swampkin kids, used to explore way back deep, and are familiar with like, you know, because it's that whole you get the scary ideas, so you all want to show how tough you are. So we all used to go do that. We all used to go looking for the beast's nest, and we're like, we're gonna find the beast, we're gonna capture it, kind of thing.
Yeah, of course we've found things that look, it's really just a game that we played as kids.
Yeah.
You go out deep into the swamp and you make a beast's lair. It's like what you would do as a kid building a fort.
Yeah. One day though, we found like a caribou like torn in half.
What if, as kids,
Okay.
you had 7 or 8 go-to places that you called the Beast's lair, and those were like you and the other swamp kids would go to that.
That's
And
exactly
one
it.
time, the two of you were saying, "Oh, let's find something new."
Yeah.
And at the end of that day, you came back home, you had wet yourself, you were bawling, you didn't sleep properly for weeks, and you never ever talk about what you saw that day. I'm just trying to get the Beast's actual lair into your relationship.
I'm
That's
down.
a proposal.
I'm down. That's
You
a
can-
thing only the two of us know.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Because you need to contact the Beast.
Right.
What if you can't remember where that was? And so this scene is you going to him and asking Bobby.
You have to remember what happened because I don't. And it's like you're like we know where this was, but you know, like Linda and I, we decided we're gonna go contact the Beast. You know, like we gotta see if the Beast is real, and we gotta see if we wrote about the Beast properly, and we gotta see if the Beast is DTF.
It certainly is something.
So you got to help me. You got to tell me where we used to go.
Where
Because
are
I
you
know
where
we
you're
saw
having this
something.
conversation?
Are we doing the conversation now?
Yeah, we are.
Okay,
Yeah, we are
thank
doing the
you.
conversation
Please,
now,
let me
yeah.
know when it starts.
Yes. Okay. This is happening
Please
right
let
now.
me know when the game is happening, when the game isn't happening.
Okay, the game is happening right
Okay.
now. You gotta help. You gotta help me. I don't remember where we used to go.
Garland, why are you trying to get back to the Beast so hard like that?
It's. You know my lady friend.
Yes,
right?
I know your lady friend.
Yes. Well, she's got it weird for the Beast.
Wait, you mean like she's not happy with you?
Well, she's happy with me, but
Okay.
I kind of got it weird for the Beast too. We've been doing some writing. We've been doing some writing, Bobby, and I've been exploring different things about myself. And
You know I wrote that book, Skunk Ape's Fact or Fiction, and definitively we said fact. The fiction part was the fan fiction where it went to Hogwarts.
yeah, and now we're writing that fiction about the Beast.
With your life, my God, you're playing with fire.
Yeah, you're damn right I am.
You know how that stuff burns in the marsh? Look, okay. If you want to get back to the Beast Lair, we're gonna have to trace our steps because I have buried that information so deep down inside of me that the only way it's gonna come back is sense memory.
We're gonna have to make a trip.
I need smells, I need sights, I need sounds, I need touch to know where it is.
That's a great idea. I'm trusting on you to help me remember it too.
Absolutely.
All right.
So if you think this scene is going well for you, you take a positive card. If you think it's going badly for you, you take a negative card. Don't look at it, just put it face down in front of you. All right. And is that the end of the scene?
I think we've set up with we now have a thing we have to do. The two of
Okay.
us have a thing we have to do together.
All right.
Okay.
So that was Act 1, Scene 1.
Right.
So for Act 1, Scene 2,
Right.
this is going to be focusing on Garland.
Okay.
So do you want to establish the scene, or do you want to tell us how the scene goes?
I'll establish the scene. I can't wait to see how this works out. Okay, so Garland comes over to knocks on Linda's door, like on on the study where you like to go do your writing when your husband's like he's off doing whatever else. Garland comes to the door, knocks on the door, and you open the door like, Garland, you're not supposed to be here, like that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Like, okay,
So
so
we'll-
the trepidation, right?
Sure. So we're going to have a scene at my house.
Yeah.
You're knocking on my window.
Yeah.
And
I've got like a backpack on, and I've got like a rifle and a net with me because I'm not very smart.
And the three of us are going to decide whether this scene goes well for Garland or it goes badly for Garland. And we're going to give him either a negative card or a positive card. And, as long as we have consensus, we can do that at any point in the scene. And, if it looks like things are sort of shaky, then you'll have to make the scene go however you're directed.
Okay.
So badly or well.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Now, you might notice there are only so many cards there. So by the end of the game, if we all just pass out all positive cards right now, we will only have negative cards left at the end of the game.
Perfect.
So,
An applause from the technician.
yes.
All right.
I'll count those in a minute. All right, so you're going to come knocking on my study.
Yeah, knocking on your study window or door. I'm going to say it's a door. You've got a door. You can come out that way if you want. Leads
All
into
right.
your garden.
Okay. So, what are you doing here?
I just talked to Bobby. He said he'd show me the way to way back deep where we think the Beast Lair was.
My mama's here visiting. You can't be here right now.
Look, if we don't go tonight, we're never going to figure this out. Don't you want to see?
Of course I want to see. Make it happen a different way. My mama's here. I can't just walk out on my mama. Coming, mama!
Look,
Well, you can play my mama if you want.
we were in this together, though.
Yes, yeah. So I want to be there when it happens.
Who's that at the door, Linda?
It's the gardener, Mom.
Tell him to come back later.
If you're not going to do this with me, I'm going to do this by myself.
Don't you dare do this by yourself, Slam.
All right. I have to look at this.
No, you can't look at
I
that.
can't look at this one. All right.
Correct.
Great.
All right. Well, that was fun. So it's a scene about me. I am developing a new, townhouse
Are you, like
area?
a suburb?
Like, what is Sheffield Acres 2 that I'm developing with you?
Well, I assume Starfield Acres
Starfield.
1 sank into the swamp. So this is the one that's supposed to last.
All right.
Is this land reclamation then? Is that what this is supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And
'Cause there's no way it could happen a second time. No.
but there have been a lot of sounds coming from there that I need to convince people are innocent, or maybe I'm clearly a believer in the beast, but these blood-curdling howls are connected
Yeah.
to our development.
I'm a beast expert.
Right.
I wrote a book. I'm a monster hunter, so I'm.
But
I
that's not
claim
your
that it's-
job. That's just a hobby.
Hobby,
You're a
but-
surveyor is your job.
I mean, like, you'd be interested trying to get facts for your fanfic, and for the surveying, I would just be like, no, that's totally not the beast. That's some other noisy creature.
Okay. So, maybe we're having a scene where I have you and my mom, obviously, and some rich people over, and we're actually in the house, and we're having a meeting because one of the other funders, one of the other rich people,
It's getting spooked.
is getting spooked, and has heard about the screams, and didn't believe in the beast until recently, but now there are these books that have come out. I think you two are rich people who are potential investors in Starfield
I
Acres
see.
too.
Okay, yes.
Whoever your characters are right this second. And so I'm coming back from the library, or maybe one of you is my mama, I don't know. Well, someone's my mama.
Okay, someone's your mama.
So that's my scene. So I come back. I'm very sorry about that. It won't happen again. Would anybody like some more wine?
Absolutely.
One for me, please.
Someone comes over.
Right. Comes out, pours the wine for everybody.
Cheers.
Puts it back.
Thank you, Beauregard.
Whatever you say, madam.
So, I hope all your questions have been satisfactorily answered, and you will be pleased then to continue investing in Starfield Acres 2, which is guaranteed not to have the same fate as Starfield Acres 1.
Good. You mean how it fell into the swamp?
Yes, that will not happen.
Yes, we have the geological surveys here for you, and
But I keep hearing all these reports of screaming and crying and wailing coming from this development, and it seems awfully creepy. And I'm not one to make decisions based on things that creep me out, obviously, but I have to wonder. People talk about Sucker Creek, and they say awfully derogatory things about you having some sort of wild animal out there that just attacks people.
They say it's an untamed shithole, is what they say.
Yes.
They want
that's-
assurances.
Well, of course, one of the attractions of northern Alberta is our vibrant wildlife and
birds in the
Yes.
wetlands.
yes, and as northern Albertans, those of us in Sucker Creek, of course, are all experts in dealing with the local screaming moose.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you what, Linda, if you want access to our backing, you're going to have to do something about this. You're going to have to make sure that anyone moving into this place, into your so-called Starfield Acres 2, is not going to be harassed by this beast.
Well, I will absolutely put up a sign promising that nothing that the beast does will count as harassment.
I want some direct action here. I want full assurances. Don't you want full assurances, Hadley?
Reflective signs.
Yes, reflective signs. We can. That's tough, but fair. We can.
Fine. Then I want to see reflective signs all over this property to tell people to be aware of the beast and tell the beast to go away.
Oh boy, that's rough. But if that's what it's going to take, then
That's what it's going to take.
That and LED street lighting.
that's
Maybe some wind power while we're at it too. Yeah.
We have to keep
Whoa.
like local bylaws into account here. Like,
I can't imagine the Alberta government going for wind power.
no.
That is a stretch. Maybe just guided tours.
All right. Well, I'm going to get some more of that wine.
So it's up to you, but that felt like it went really well
Positive,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Positive.
All right. Oh. I think I'd like to resolve.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's up to all of y'all. Just had this meeting. You know, looks like we might get the go ahead with some concessions for the thing. So I'll probably have lots of work in the future. Maybe that means I'll be a little too busy for monster hunting.
Do you like? Do you go talk to?
First, okay, if we're trying to set up a scene, the first thing I can think of
Yeah.
here is that we're just sitting down for our monthly or weekly writers meeting that occurs at the local coffee shop over a latte to discuss the amendments and progress with our respective follow-up books.
Like you're writing follow-ups, not just second editions or anything. Okay.
Is this earlier in the day before the two? Because you two are going to head out that night.
It would probably have to be then.
I like that.
Yeah, does that work?
I think so.
And I think maybe sales numbers aren't what you guys were hoping. And your publisher has asked you to make it more sensational. Stop caring about facts, because your publisher doesn't believe in the beast. It's like, here are some things I'd like you to include.
Oh yeah, especially because like the title "Incident at Sucker Creek" is kind of just not that like, doesn't scream from the bookshelves. You should come buy me. So yeah, okay.
And for fact or fiction, they want more pictures next time. Here's Photoshop.
Right.
And I just want to, you know, have some quiet time after the accident.
Can I get you guys some coffee?
Not now. That was 20 seconds ago you asked. Go.
Yeah, here,
I'd
top
say
me
go
up.
bother someone else, but there ain't nobody else here.
Jackass!
Look, you know I've been on short on nerves ever since the accident and ever since Now the publisher's on my back about a follow-up. With pictures this time? God damn, I don't even own a camera.
Where are you gonna hire an illustrator these days? No one does illustrations anymore.
Not for $5, that's for sure.
Oh,
If only there was some site where I could go to ask people to do things for $5. How's your book coming?
well, I don't even know if they'll offer me the second one. Like, incidents at Sucker Creek, that doesn't seem to be, like, getting the... I was expecting, like, the exclamation points in the emails, but there was just periods.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that sequel in the contract right off the bat. Maybe I can talk to my publisher, see if I can work something out for you there. Maybe we could collaborate.
That's fair. Like, if we could split the
Yeah.
Collaborate.
You get one of
that's
those.
going
You get one of them
positively,
two-sided books there. Like, you open up one side and you read all the way through it, and then you flip it over, and like people will think it's the French side, but instead it'll be your book.
So yeah, if we could get the advance right away, that would be excellent.
That's, maybe I'll make that proposal to my publisher, and we'll see if we can get things going in there.
Excellent.
Yeah, how are things going down at the surveying?
Oh, you know, swamp's always changing.
That it most certainly is.
Yeah.
I mean, to anything aside from the swamp, that is.
Oh, sometimes it's on fire.
Oh yeah, quite often. Quite often.
And how about you? Have you been making any treks out there?
Well, we don't go out too much. I mean, we go to get some gas when we need it. We go to get some muskeg when we need that. Just ran a new Category 5 line over to my neighbor's place, so we can share the satellite downlink.
Oh yeah.
We got ourselves a real mesh going up there.
Your neighbor's got like 900 channels on that thing, right?
I know. If only the beavers wouldn't keep cutting through it like that.
Ah,
You beavers love that copper.
varmints.
Well, that went well for you.
Yeah.
So we are halfway through Act 1.
Yes.
Okay.
We have 2 positive and 2 negatives that have been given out. This all seems fine.
Okay.
So Bobby America. It's time for another scene about you.
It can be between any people at the table, or does it have to be?
So it's a scene about Bobby, and it can involve as many or as few other characters as you like. They can be player characters. You'll notice in my scene, I just made up some NPCs and made you play them. And in that last scene, like, Beej just decided he was the waitress. Like, that's totally legit for any of this. We're just improvising stuff. We do know there's an expedition into the swamp coming up.
We should probably get that out of the way, actually.
Just get that going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the story moving forward, as it were, because everything seems to have been so far pretty close together. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe this time you want like photos or something.
So let's just say I've arrived at your doorstep with whatever materials we need to go make our way out to the swamp.
Okay.
And you're mad because I'm not with you.
Yeah, exactly. You made me wait, and it's like it was evening, and it was like, "No, I want to go now, like, and I have to wait. So I went back to my shack, and kind of like just unpack and repack and unpack and repack and just stewing about it. And you show up at my door.
Yep.
So it's like is this still late night? Do you think, or is this like
Oh, it's got to be late night.
so okay? So it's like it's like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like the sun has gone down.
Absolutely.
What time of year is it?
Deep summer.
Okay.
Yeah, deep summer in northern Alberta.
Yep.
It's gonna suck.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds.
You each have a 6-pack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I sure do. I'm a boy toy. I get to be anything I want at this table, and for this show, I need a 6-pack.
Of beer.
Yes.
Some cold ones.
That sounds good. Yeah, come in. It ain't locked.
Look, Gowan, it's time to go. We got the fan boat all loaded up. We got the sail on it. I got a what do you call them things there? A half rack of Colt.
Ah,
And we're ready to go. We got everything we need.
that's almost beer.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I just been repacking my stuff. Here, hang on. You take this.
Okay.
And you take this. All right, I got this. Let's just get in the fan boat,
What do
all
you
right?
need so many torches for?
Well, I figure, they're gonna burn out. It gets wet out there in the swamp.
That's true. When you drop them, they do sometimes go out.
All right. Yeah. Did you bring a rifle? Is a rifle in the fan boat?
Oh, of course, it's up on the rack.
All right, cool.
Just don't reach too far back. You'll end up hitting hit the fan.
Yeah, my hand will go right through the fan.
Exactly. Real problem.
Remember what happened to David? Hey, 3-fingered David. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get going.
Okay, well,
I'm so glad you agreed to do this with me.
You're welcome. Yeah, look, you bring up the sail, and I'll get the fan started.
You bet. All right.
It's quieter this way.
So, yeah, it was going to be you, me, and Linda.
Yeah. What happened to Linda?
She said she didn't want to come. I don't understand why.
That's probably for the best. You know, it's.
We're trying to be writers too, just like you are.
I know, but it's not about writing right now. We gotta find the beast. And if we're gonna find the beast, I can't have any sort of distractions of the female variety by the smell. Like, what sort of perfume does she wear?
Oh, I don't know. Something that, it's like some sort of. It's real good though.
Yeah, smell it on you.
Yeah. She gave me some of it to wear too. I like to be reminded of her.
I need to
walking
stand
around the
closer
shack,
to the
yeah.
fan here so it goes away. I need to smell the musk of that
All right.
beast.
This looks good though. Let's go. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Okay, good. All right, there you go.
It's a long time since I've been in northern Alberta. Are there bugs at
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You're in the swamp in northern Alberta?
At night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Huh.
Bigger than most of the animals.
Just
You
asking.
say you have light sources.
So I'm gonna need you to blindfold me.
So the bugs can't find you.
Exactly, so I can properly smell this beast and feel the musk.
that makes
in
more
my
sense.
hands.
All right.
It's all about sensory overload.
If you're gonna hit anything though when you're steering, I'll make sure to correct you.
Oh, you're gonna be the one steering.
Oh, you let me steer this time?
I'm gonna be the one calling out to you which way we gotta
so
go.
excited I get to steer this time.
Do
All
you
right.
remember which one is port? And which one is right?
Yes.
Good.
I still remember that I had it. I wrote it on the back of my hand every day since I was 10 years old.
Do you remember?
I don't have to remember. I got it written on the back of my
Port and
hand.
right.
It's
All
port
right.
and right on the back of my hand. Port
Right.
and right on the back of my hand. I remember which one it is.
Just make sure you remember it like the back of your hand. So you don't, wait, if you do, you're never right. Damn it.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, it's feeling a bit thicker outside. Right.
All right. I turn right. Turn right.
We should throw something at them.
Log.
Ow! My hand! It's broken.
You said go right.
I did, but there was a log there. So how are we gonna find the beast now?
Well, use your other hand. You got two hands.
Okay. This is much more difficult this way, but I think I found the direction.
Did you want some first aid?
No, not until we got this finished with. Okay.
That must have hurt like a bastard when you scratch your nose.
I can't feel anything anymore. Hold on.
Oh, keep your hand in the water. It's nice and cold.
Slow down, slow
Your
down.
hand will fall
I
off.
feel something coming. Something iron. Spiky. What the heck? Says Starfield Acres. Garland, I think we've done found the original development site.
This far back?
This is where the incident happened.
Huh. Well, why was Linda she's trying to find the beast? Why was she putting it all the way back here?
Who knows? We should go ask her.
Do you want to go to the hospital first?
Yeah, that's probably best.
Okay, let's go to the hospital. All right. I
Wow.
got a thing.
Yeah.
All right.
And the positive is, you have socialized medicine in northern Alberta, so you get
Hooray!
patched up.
Doesn't matter, you broke your hand, it's fine.
That's a positive
I don't
outcome.
need that to write.
Comes
Writes
to
by
me.
dictation,
Yes.
of course.
So we're still together.
I mean,
We
you
could
can
keep that rolling, but we could do something else.
Yeah, and you could also say, okay, we go back home. Like, you don't have to play out the return trip if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You can.
I would think we can gloss over that you end up at the hospital, you get your hand bandaged up, like really, like to the nines.
Oh yeah, no, this is
Yeah.
it's socialized medicine, but this is just I now have a lump.
Yeah,
My forearm looks like a matchstick.
yeah.
Because it is still bleeding.
So you've got all... Some weird medicine in northern Alberta. So you've got that taken care of. We've got the Starfield Acres thing. But we were already on our way back. The intention was we were already on our way back to, or we were like where we thought we were supposed to be by that point.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, but we found the Starfield Acres sign that deep in the swamp. Whether or not that's where the development was, or is it the intention? Is how you felt.
Something it's not where it should be. the
Cool,
survey
okay.
mark. Whether
That's-
that's because it's been moved or it's been intentionally moved, that's an exercise for someone else.
Okay, so if that came in, I don't know if I want to establish or resolve this.
So just to confirm, I feel like you're like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
And I'm like 55.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm young and dumb,
Okay.
but I'm really into this idea, and I'm weird, obviously. So there's something brewing here. I don't really get it. We were supposed to go because it's like we got to figure this out. Your hand is broken. Are you tagging along with me? Am I going to try to talk to somebody about this? Who would I talk to? I don't know if that's the thing. I think I need to resolve
Okay.
this. Yeah. I think that other people need to say, so if I'm in this situation right now and we want to keep that rolling, then you guys set the scene. Or else put me in another scene that happens later and we'll figure that out.
So I think that while you're in the waiting room at emergency, you are trying to figure out how to use Google effectively. Or you're asking Alexa things.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines, because you just want to know, wait a minute, well, I know that they're doing Starfield Acres 2. Does that mean there was a Starfield Acres 1?
That would explain why this is
Like-
just this Starfield Acres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you've never really questioned that.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So do you want to have a scene between you and Alexa Do you want to have a scene where maybe Mr. America over here is coming out and he's got a bunch of fiberglass on his arm, and you try to explain to him what your understanding is of everything that you've just seen on these websites?
Yeah, actually, it's good.
Okay.
I like the idea that he comes out. So I've spent some time. You're getting patched up, and while you're there, there's a public kiosk for internet stuff. So I do exactly as you're saying this. As I figure this all out, you come out. I've looked up because I searched for that. I see a connection between that being mentioned in. I don't want to endow you either of you guys with writing a blog, but did one of you want to be one who was writing a blog
Yeah.
to go along with your
Heck yeah.
book? Okay, so I'm gonna pick you to be the one that it's like. Okay, so, Bobby, are you okay?
I think so. Still got all the fingers. I mean, they're under here.
Give you some painkillers?
Yes.
You willing to share?
No.
Oh, all right. That's fine. I'll find my own later.
I know. What'd you find while I was? What do you keep yourself busy with while I was in there?
You know that sign that says Starfield Acres?
Yes.
Yeah, so I know that they're building Starfield Acres 2 in town. So I sat down on the Googles and I tried to make it work. And what the damnedest thing is what popped up is there was a web page that took me to that mentioned Starfield Acres, but also talked about the incident at Sucker Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't be too many of those.
No, like well, that's the thing is that's your friend Fanny's was Fanny's web page.
Yeah, Fanny Mobley. She done read a blog about it.
Yeah. And you told me that she's your writer friend. You both write books.
That's right. We meet every Wednesday over coffee to discuss our upcoming novelizations.
So you got to be straight with me. Did I read a book, or did I read a blog?
Don't worry, you ain't read a book yet.
Okay.
It's still just a blog is a short form piece of textual information or entertainment, but it ain't no book.
Okay.
Unless your fingers get all dried out from paper, you're not reading.
So would Fanny, Fanny, would she
Yes.
know why we found this Starfield Acres sign in the middle of the swamp like that?
Well, I can tell you one thing. Fanny Mobley, the writer, don't know nothing about no signs or stakes in the swamp. However, Fanny Mobley, the surveyor, may in fact know something about what this sign's supposed to be.
There are two Fanny Mobleys?
No, this is okay. Maybe you need to cut back on those painkillers a bit here. Look, they're the same some people are smart enough to be able to do two things at once. You know, like when I'm driving a boat and then I'm also trying to find the way?
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to do that, which is why I get you to do something else at the time. We try not to do the two things at the same time.
I see.
We should talk to Fanny, though, and find out where...
Well, let's go. I mean, it's like 1 a.m. She's got to be up.
Yeah, you're going to have to drive, though, because on account of the stick. My new stick.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
All right, I drive.
Yeah.
All right, so we are now 1 a.m. driving our way to Fanny's house. Or wherever it is that Fanny lives, based on what he might have an idea of.
Where does Fanny live?
I wanted to say trailer park,
Does he know?
but
It doesn't feel like Sucker Creek is that big
Fair
of a
enough.
town.
Okay.
I
yeah.
feel like this is the Starfield Acres was the first development that had been made.
Oh, I
Otherwise, it
see.
was just people on plots of land that were kind of off the highway.
Fair enough.
yeah,
okay.
but I've got like a little cement pad for my hookup.
Nice.
I think Starfield Acres probably belonged to my second husband
Oh,
before he died mysteriously.
right. Yeah.
So we are on our way to wake up this person in the middle of the night. How has this... I'm trying to decide... Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I feel like that's a good thing. We're getting somewhere.
Got a direction.
So
yeah.
I think it's a positive outcome.
All right.
Yeah.
No more bones were broken.
Yes. Bobby's healing up. That's good.
Yeah.
That's positive. I learned a thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I get my second scene of Act 1.
Yes.
And this is, I think, with my aged rich husband the next day.
Okay.
And after my meeting with the investors, I think that I need a sympathy card that I can play to get the investors on my side. So I think it's probably time for me to be a widow again.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I've put the iocane powder into his morning coffee, and I think that's my scene.
I want to see Ian be the husband.
Okay.
There you are, darling. Cream and 3 sugars, just like you like it. How'd you sleep last night?
Oh, very well. It was a long night. Real tosser and turner. I had nightmares.
Oh, was it the one about the pink kangaroo again, or is this a different one?
Well, I'm worried about the development and how it's coming together. You seem to be in a discussion with these investors quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
Everything's going fine.
That's how investors work. Is we have discussions all the time. I mean, it'd be worrisome if they just never talked to us.
Linda, is that coffee ready yet?
Yes, mother. I'll bring some up for you very soon.
Oh, I wish I did. I didn't take the last of the coffee from your mother, did I? Here, please send this up to her.
No. She likes hers black, and that would not be appropriate
Oh well, I mean,
for her.
that's okay. I mean, I guess
So,
go here?
I'll just make some more coffee, mother.
What's wrong with the stuff you already made?
There were this isn't true. Bugs in it.
Okay, good. Wait, why would you say that? I need to check into here to see if there's. Ow! Ow!
No, it's fine, sweetheart.
You know how I feel about insects. They're everywhere around here, and you keep. Ever since you put that insect zapper above the coffee machine, I can't trust anything that comes out anymore, especially when it's opaque like this. Give me some more transparent coffee.
Yes. So I'll pour that out, and I'll make some more coffee, and cream and 3 sugars coming right up, sweetie.
Please. Sure, I can tell there's no bugs in it.
All right.
Oh boy.
And hopefully there's enough iocane powders to put in here. Stir it all up. And,
Ready yet?
yes, mother.
Okay, well, I guess that's probably safe then.
Bring you your coffee.
Thank you.
That feels like a positive outcome for your character. I was really afraid you were going to mix the 2 mugs up.
I was so close to giving you a negative on that.
I feel like if you had given me the negative, then that's what would have happened, is we would
Yeah.
have said that I mixed the 2
Yeah.
mugs up.
And your mom dies and you still get a sob story, but
Right, but not the one I wanted.
no.
Oh, but I like that better almost.
Also, I liked the faceplant. That was very well
That was a
done.
good.
So I get a positive card?
Yeah.
I have 2 positives. All right.
Sorry.
So that was Act 1, Scene 7. How about the final act of Act 1? Or final scene of Act 1?
Fanny at home in
Oh, wait.
bed.
Oh, you could direct follow on from what we were
Direct
doing?
follow on. Let them come
All
to
right.
me.
So my scene is the last chronological thing to happen in Act 1,
Oh.
right?
Because yours is the next day, the next
Next
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Mine's still the middle of the night.
All right. So there's a pounding on your door. Are you awake?
No.
You roll over and go back to sleep. Positive.
Some shut-eye.
Ow, 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 ow! Ow, 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 ow!
Fanny Mobley, get out here. He's the smartest of us.
Who's that? It's 1 a.m. Yeah. Bobby? Did you get the advance yet on the book?
No, it ain't about the advance. We have found some very, very disturbing developments. About the old developments.
The old developments?
Yes, developments have arisen about the development.
Yeah. And I hold up the sign.
Oh! The old development.
Yeah, it was down where the beast's lair should have been. Remember I told you way deep in the swamp?
Oh, must be the subduction zone. Yeah. Stuff starts to move around once it sinks in.
Ain't nobody tell me about no subduction zone. Now the quicksand lake.
Yeah.
That's where things go disappearing oftentimes.
The riptides.
You don't think that the riptide zone been moving around, do you?
Probably not. I mean, I haven't seen it this week.
This could go deeper than we thought.
It's not that deep. It's like 20
It's just
meters.
a swamp. It's never been that deep. I can walk around in them, usually up to my neck.
Oh yeah, but things go sinking inside. You ever seen someone from
Wait.
Field Acres?
Have we met?
No, I'm Garland McGee.
Fanny. Mobley.
Yeah, you're famous.
Oh!
Yeah, you got your book on the internet.
Oh.
I was reading it. Not the book though. He says I wasn't reading the book.
It means the blog. I keep trying to tell him
Oh,
things.
sorry, I can't sign that for you. I didn't realize you bring a fan. Oh.
He's no fan. We need to get back. He needs to get back to the lair as well, but we can't find it anymore.
Yeah, me and Linda, we're gonna find the beast, and then we're gonna do things with it.
That might solve some of our problems with the investors if the beast were gone.
Well, I figure if we can find the beast, we might be able to snap a picture of it, or maybe get at least a good drawing if we can get it to stand still long enough. I don't know which takes longer these days. Computers and cameras keep getting better. They must take longer to work.
I got a camera.
Do you now?
Yeah, old 35 millimeter.
Wow, that's a tiny little thing.
Yeah, remember Dougie, when he left, he said, hey, you can have my camera. And I was like, yeah, it's great.
That was a camera?
Yeah.
Well, hot damn! You should get that thing out. Get it started up.
Well, it's in the fan boat.
So, do you two need anything from me, or can I just get back into bed? It is 1 a.m.
But we're gonna need your know-how of getting around the swamp to get us to the lair.
My know-how operates from 9 to 5 on weekdays.
Why does everyone want to be around when the sun's up?
And that's when the critters get flying.
All right. Well, I guess we leave you tonight, Miss Mobley. Just go back to bed?
I guess so. I mean, we can set one of them. Let's have Alexa wake us up at 9 o'clock.
Who's Alexa?
Oh, she's my cat.
So does that go well for Fanny?
I can't tell.
I get to go back
To bed, yeah, you're right. I guess that's positive.
Like, I thought they were gonna drag
I
you out
thought
into
they
the
were going to
swamp, and
do
they
something.
didn't.
They're just talking.
Yeah. Okay. How about we revise that? How about we jump back and actually
Sure.
let's really just drag your ass out of there.
Drag out. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
All right.
so we're gonna go with a negative.
So okay.
Night swamp.
Let's
Okay.
do this. Let's
Sorry, I just remembered. Alexa's dead. Oh, I mean, she doesn't answer anymore. I said deaf. So I get
Oh,
those,
she won't know what time it is when your alarm clock goes off then.
I get those two mixed up all the time. I mean, the reaction is the same, really.
All right. Fanny, you gotta come with us tonight.
It's imperative. That's a word I just learned today from my calendar. It means you have to do it.
Just don't say no. Just say yes, or else I'll have to threaten you.
Yes.
See, now I don't have to threaten anybody.
Great. Look, we got a rack full of guns and a half rack full of shotgunnable beer. Are you in?
Yes.
Perfect. Tonight, we're gonna finally catch that beast with our eyes.
End of Act 1.
All right.
All right. So, Act 1 is kind of the setup for when things go badly,
Good.
which I feel
did
like
it.
we have accomplished.
Good.
It's time to look at our cards that are in front of us.
Keeping
And-
them to ourselves or
Nah.
not? Okay.
And everybody needs to figure out their number. So Corey has a blue +5 and a red +2. So we're looking for the difference. She is a blue 3. I am a blue 8 because I have 2 blue +4s.
Okay.
Ian has a red +1 and a blue +5, so he's a blue 4, and you are a blue 1. All right, so nobody here is red.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the highest red, which in this case is blue 1, and the highest blue, each choose. So the highest red chooses one of the red cards that is going to be the tilt, and the highest blue chooses one of the blue cards that is going to be the tilt. So in Act 2, we, the group, have to involve those two tilt elements.
That's cool.
So,
Heather, I'm a 1, Ian's a 4. Sorry. Just to make it easy for the people at home to follow.
So you should quickly read all the reds, and I'll try to quickly read all the blues.
Chat would have gotten there for me.
God,
so
that's
it's
funny.
okay.
I'm picking this.
All right. So that's Ian's.
Yeah.
All right, so leave that face up and turn that face down. I'm choosing a stupid plan executed to perfection. And you're choosing?
I'm choosing mayhem and out of control rampage.
Yes. Oh, mine does say failure on it.
So do we put them both face down again?
Yes, only these two are face up.
Okay.
Okay.
So somewhere in Act 2, we have failure, a stupid plan executed to perfection, and mayhem, an out of control rampage. How exciting.
How exciting. Okay, holy crap.
So this is also where, we could take a stretch or anything like that, but I feel like we haven't been playing that long. We can just power on, or do you want to break?
I'm good.
I'm good to
I'm
go.
good to go.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Keep it rolling.
So keep it rolling. It is now Act 2. We get 2 scenes each. This is where the action happens.
Okay.
Ian, you're up.
Okay. Do we want to continue on with the fan boat adventure?
So I think, yeah, because if the idea is that we're going to go out and go do something, like we're in the middle of doing, and we already know from the story that technically Linda has to be still at home first thing in the morning. So we cannot, if we're trying to make some stuff happen that has to also involve Linda, it's going to have to involve Linda starting the next morning after
Breakfast.
after breakfast.
But, we could find out what you're coming to tell Linda after breakfast.
Yeah, that's
Because-
true.
Because you could be, okay, you're in the boat now at 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
What are you going to be telling Linda later on?
great.
Well, that's something we could find out.
Okay. Do you want to establish this scene and then we decide how it goes, or do you want us to build it and then you decide where it's going to go from there?
I'll decide where it's going to go. Let's build it collaboratively.
So, obviously, it's going to be the 3 of us in this fan boat. I'm guessing Vanny's not a fan of being there at this point.
No, but I've got like a checklist of gear.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and things you would need to go into the swamp.
Yep.
Yeah. Which are probably different than what we have to go into the swamp with. Yeah.
I feel like there's a bottle of gin is one of those things, and it's in your go bag.
Yeah. Got a go bag.
And I think you're sitting in the back of the fan boat with your bottle of gin, shivering
It's cold.
and,
Yeah, got
and
it.
you know, bitter at these guys.
Okay. And then we would probably. I think we get to where we found this.
Yes.
So we come all the way
Without
back
incidents,
here.
yeah.
Fanny's been giving us better directions about where we are in accordance of things.
Yep.
Are we way too far back? Are we like further back than you've probably surveyed?
Is this getting close to where the two of you had that unspeakable incident in your childhood?
I believe so.
Is it close or like we're closing in on it? Like that's how it is. It's like when we start the scene, we're actually arriving there.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. But
Okay.
that's also, is that outside of my purview at this point?
He's asking you questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That I think that feels good for because it's something we both have knowledge of. So I want to feel that we both are good okay with that. So if that's the case, you've not been this far back before into the swamp.
It's also nighttime.
And it's also nighttime.
cold.
Yeah.
There's
we
bugs.
we don't have a lot of light.
So many torches, though.
It's true. All right. Okay. That's where this scene starts. Is that we are definitely have closed in on this.
Are these tiki torches or British torches?
These are like these are tiki torches.
Okay.
Because that's what you can get down at the Dollarama.
Yep.
Is you can
Okay.
get tiki torches, and so that's how Garland lights things around the outside of his place. Is he lights shit on fire and he sticks it into the ground or in the swamp.
Sensible.
Yeah, ties it to the side of his wooden shack. It's only burnt down twice.
Well, that's because of the swamp.
Yeah.
Soft gassing. Yeah. Flares.
Just burbles. Cool.
So it's like 1:32,
Yeah.
and are any of you sober?
No.
Yes, why not?
I'm not. No. We're in a fan boat in the
Yeah.
back of the
Not for
swamp.
long.
Not
if
sloppy, but
still.
not
Yeah.
sober.
I'm trying to calm my nerves because the further we got in, Garland feels more and more nervous because it feels more and more familiar.
I can tell by the ache of my hand we're back where we started.
Can't believe you two don't have life jackets.
The swamp's not that deep. Very stupid.
Not that cold either.
So risky. You should see what the depth finder says. We're at 12 meters.
I only see one gauge on that thing. Anyway,
I can't see down that far.
we brought you here to help us find our way back to the lair. What do you got in your surveying trick bag?
Back to the lair. I've got my swamp waders. I've got a life jacket. Got a little flashlight. We got some GPS, so I can tell where we are.
GPS.
Yeah. If we have line of sight with some cell towers, I can at least triangulate our position. Worst case scenario. We got a rope for marking currents.
Gonna need that. Good.
So what does this tell us? Like we got to look around, I think too. I got all these torches.
You certainly do.
We got to have a look around. There's something that happened here that I've forgotten about.
Okay. I had an idea. You put down a torch, and we're gonna look at what everything the light touches within the torch. And if we don't find what we're looking for, we move on. We'll put down another torch, and that way we'll know where we've been. And then we will know where we need to go, because it won't be where we've been.
Right. We're going to go there and then we'll be there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna torch it, and then it's not gonna be. We don't need to worry about it,
Because we already been there.
and we can see it.
All right. I'm already getting out a light. Got like a collection of 5 torches. Light the first one. Tie it to like one of the overhanging trees. You know, pointing down.
I'm
That
just
can
gonna
only be good.
log where we are.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're checking the GPS too to kind of be
Yeah.
like, I know where we would be on an actual map.
Yes, on the globe.
Great. We don't see anything with the first torch, I'm guessing.
So no.
We kind of move further on, light another torch, kind of like stick it in some like fucking peat. I don't know what the hell. I've never
Peat, yep.
been in a swamp that much, so
Peat bog, yeah.
sure, yeah. So chunk. I know where it's like I'm hoping it's gonna float because I don't know about like how deep 12 meters is, obviously. So I'm just gonna stick in this thing and hope it's kind of floating there. So it is kind of just floating there.
Move on just a bit more.
Yeah. Light another torch. Thunk.
Well, hold on there. That one went slightly less far down than the others did.
Take it out. Thunk.
It may have hit dry land.
I guess we keep going this way.
Ian, you're deciding whether this is a positive or negative scene for you, just as a
Yeah.
reminder.
Okay. We go further on. Fourth torch. Light. Stick it. Thunk again.
Well, that's even higher up.
And we're in a floating fan boat.
Yeah, you're
so
gonna
we're gonna
have
run
trouble.
aground. Yeah.
The boat actually just scrapes out the shore now. It's just like,
Okay. So we're just kind of like on ground. Yeah.
still
Okay.
trying to like, you're just like, more power to the fan.
Try
Trying to,
one
like,
more.
crank it.
Nah, I think we landed though. Thunk. Okay. Last torch inland. We can see the line of them behind us.
That's right, but now we're out of the swamp. I think we've finally gotten close to where the lair is. There should be a cave around here somewhere.
So I just pick up that torch and we keep walking.
No, don't do that. Then we won't know where we're going.
Oh right. Put the torch back.
Get a new one.
Just I only got 5.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here with the boat and watch our gear.
We need you and your.
Very expensive gear.
We're gonna need you and your gyps to get us out of here.
Yes.
Great.
So you two exit the scene?
We exit, leave Fanny behind.
Hold on, let me see what we got in here.
Do you have flashlights? Do you have...
Oh, gin. This will work. Wait. a
Makeshift. Oh, perfect.
Good.
He said out of character. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Good job, Bobby.
Now we can't lose it.
We got a mobile torch. We'll be back for you in a bit, Fanny. We're gonna find that cave.
So, did that go well for you?
I think so. We managed to find dry land.
Have a positive card then. So, you've lit your fiberglass cast on fire.
It's an alcohol fire. Won't burn through.
Okay. Nice. Scene 2.
Shit. I'm
comes
still
to
in this.
Garland.
You don't have to. You could be telling Linda about this later. What happened?
I will point out that at some point in Act 2, we need to see a stupid plan executed to perfection.
Yeah, and also an out of control rampage.
Right. And the stupid plan executed to perfection is a failure, whatever that means. Hooray!
Oh, actually. Huh. I mean, you've already poisoned your husband.
Yes.
Yes. So the next morning, okay.
That happens like 6 hours after he set his cast on fire.
Right, exactly. So we would have had to have gotten out
Yeah.
of whatever it is that's about to happen in the next little bit. We would have had to have gotten out. I would have had to have found you.
Only if,
If
we're
I made it out.
unwilling to split the party for the rest of the game, I guess.
Jesus, yeah, I don't like that idea.
So it's up to you. Do you want to establish or do you want to resolve?
I'll resolve.
You'll resolve.
I seem to be. I enjoy that the most. It seems is to take what's coming at me and being like, okay, how do we funnel these things together? So,
I propose that the scene starts with Fanny having heard a lot of screaming, and then these two, terrified out of their minds, diving into the boat, and then you guys are trying figure out how to start the boat while drunk and terrified.
that sounds good. So then why?
That's
that's-
not needed.
That's true. We're just
Yeah.
freaked out. Okay.
Well, we don't have to say what you saw.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
We have peed ourselves.
Oh,
Again.
definitely.
Yeah, a second time. And we're and it's like and just be like Garland is like babbling, he's like, oh, it's just like I remember, it's just like I remember, you know, like that kind of thing. You're like, no, come back, you know, like that kind of thing.
The smell!
Yeah, we all rush into the boat, trying to push it away from the shore.
Smell.
You're trying to start it.
How does this thing... I can't stop the
I
boat!
panicked and grabbed the shotgun and started like feeding. Where is it? Have you seen it?
So we're
Got like 1 foot in the boat, 1 foot on land.
and just like, don't look back, don't look back. Can I give you things to do?
Yeah.
Cool. So you hear the cries. Ah! Yeah. And you just start shooting randomly.
Yeah.
At any point, you can tell us whether this is a positive or negative scene for you. That'll give us some guidance as to what to throw in. At any point.
Okay, so it's all the stuff we remember, we're terrified, we're drunk, our ammo's getting wasted by somebody who has no idea what they're shooting at. I think this is a negative.
I just got something in my good knee.
So, yeah, so your torch has clearly burned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it got wet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get peed all over.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
You tried to stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you are firing the shotgun that I had brought with me. Rifle shotgun doesn't matter, but you're firing that. We're piling into the boat. You guys start going. I fall out of the boat, and I'm thrashing around in the water, and you're taking off like a bat out of hell. Did either of you notice? Do you think?
He did say that the scene goes badly for him.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, we notice, but we argue about whether or not to turn around.
While continuing in the same direction. Yeah, okay, further away. Go back! And you're just like, whoa.
But if I can add another wrinkle,
Yeah.
we did manage to save your camera.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Okay, you leave me thrashing about in the water. I know how to swim, Swampkin. So I'm trying to like get myself out of this, but I'm panicking. I'm trying not to drown.
And that's the end of the scene?
And that's the end of the scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
How exciting.
Yeah. Great. Then it leads to you, I guess.
That leads to me. So, you two must... I don't really know what kind of relationship I have with Bobby.
Nor do I. Let's fix that.
So, you are...
Yeah, like, what are you two again?
We are swamp kin. That we
But-
grew up together. We're closest family.
So you're like cousins, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I sold off some land to you for the first development.
Oh, I probably took terrible advantage of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're poor, and I'm one of the reasons why you're poor.
Well, it's how I was able to actually make the money to get my advance for the book.
Ah, all right.
Self-published. And I've been after you for an advance.
So, also just because I'm curious, is this accident you guys have had, is it anything similar to what just happened? Is this happening again for you?
Because you two need to enjoy some quiet.
After
you're
the
not.
after the accident. So is
I
this?
assumed the accident had already happened.
I'm assuming it did too.
Yeah.
Is this what has just happened? Is this similar
If
to?
it was similar, then I don't think I would have agreed to go out again.
That's fair. Okay.
'Cause
that
if
makes
it's
sense.
Similar. Accident. Probably related to us monster hunting still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just curious. But, yeah.
So I think it's after breakfast, and my husband is dead, and
Still sitting there.
and my mama is upstairs having her breakfast.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to wake you up on the phone. I think I'm calling your poor, hung-over self just trying
Yeah.
to recuperate from last night. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Yeah, hi, it's Fanny speaking.
Yeah, it's Linda. I need your help right away. There's been a terrible accident, and
Accident?
yeah, my poor, dear, sweet, beloved husband is very sick. Can you come over and help me?
Sick?
Yes.
Hospital.
Yeah. Well, I can you help me take him there? I'm thinking small town. We don't have an ambulance.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
But there was a
Yeah.
hospital built there for some reason.
Give me like 20.
He's sick now.
Yeah, I gotta take care of something first.
You gotta take care of my sick husband and me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a rough night. Didn't sleep well.
Well, how about 10? Can you be here in 10?
Yeah, I'll be there at 10, but we're probably closer to 20.
So do you hang up and go back to sleep?
I think I like hang up and try to get to the bathroom and like throw up, and then remember how much I hurt, and then go back to bed.
So this might be a rhetorical question, but does that go well for me or badly?
I don't know what, like, you're trying to get me to help you dispose of the body.
So I'm
This is-
trying to get someone to help me establish that my husband is sick.
Yeah,
As
not
opposed to
just
dead. Yeah. Oh God.
I think this went well for you because the only competent person in town did not get sucked into your scheme.
So it went well for me?
Really?
Yeah, I think anyone else in this in this game so far
if-
would have not seen through your little ruse. However,
If I had arrived, I would have seen that he was dead.
I
but
see.
if it would have been one of these two dumbos, they wouldn't have
see.
noticed.
So you're giving me a positive result. Okay, I'll take it.
Well,
Agent of Chaos.
Huh. I have 3 blue cards sitting in front of me.
yeah, it's weird.
I'm the rich evil person. I guess that's probably...
You're hoarding all of the wealth.
Yeah.
1%.
Yeah.
Ugh. What do I want to do?
You can skip ahead. You can do a flashback. It's just, this is a scene that's about Fanny.
Yeah, like, because Garland's missing. Because we left him in the swamp. So maybe I phone, like, after
he's
a
your
couple
fan.
hours, I phone Bobby to be like, where's Garland? Did he come back yet? I know.
Did we go back for him and I don't remember?
Hopefully, but no.
Yeah. You owe me some gin.
Open with that.
Yeah. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
ahoy, hoy!
Hey, Bobby. I know it's not Wednesday, but we got up to some stuff last night, if you remember.
We sure did.
Yeah. Where have you did your cousin, second cousin, did he make it out?
Let me check. Hey, Garland! He doesn't seem to be around.
I think we should get like a search called out for him or something. Like let's call the Coast Guard or the sheriffs.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll check around noon. If he's not back by then, well then we might need to be worried.
Okay, well you also owe me like 15 for that bottle of gin you borrowed.
Well, you know the next batch isn't going to get distilled until the 28th.
Yeah, but I want to be able to like put my name down for a reserve bottle. Like those sell out. Like if you don't get your name on the list.
Well, you know your name's first on the list every time.
All right.
For
All
those
right.
$15 bottles of gin.
Yeah. So are you actually more worried than him, do you think? Like you're like, this has gone terribly wrong and you need to do something? Do you feel personally responsible or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Because like, we just kind of left you there.
Well, you're right about that. Tell you what, you make your way down to my place and we'll get the fan boat back out and have a look around for him. Maybe I got another half bottle of gin that I can let you into a bit.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, some hair of the dog or whatever. Perfect.
Yeah.
We got rid of the dogs.
I hung up on you.
This
The
looks
last
like our
positive.
last... Do we have 4 negatives sitting here?
Must be.
We have 4. Okay. Well, let's have 4 negative scenes.
Nice.
Woo!
I'm down for that.
So we have 1 scene left each. In these upcoming 4 scenes, we must use the 2 tilt elements.
Okay.
I think that might be a house rule. I think it's recommended that we use the 2. I think that for the purposes of the stream, let's say we must.
Okay. That sounds good.
So we got stupid plan executed to perfection and out of control rampage.
All right, this is still Act 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sorry. I thought we'd moved on. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
I think we need to establish the accident.
Oh, a flashback to the
back?
accident.
Yeah, all right.
Is the accident physical?
Like an injury or damage to property.
Have you ever seen your book in print? Because you don't have any copies to sign.
No, yeah. Or maybe I accidentally like scooped your stories for my blog and you had to like do rewrites. It's like, no, I wanted to write about the man-eating caribou.
I like the idea of of the accident involving like some sort of like your books were in a warehouse and they got burnt down and it's not clear why.
Sharing space with fireworks. That never goes
Sure.
wrong. Yeah.
Or bootleg gin.
Oh yeah, they might have all been stored like near the distillery and the distillery blew up.
That's probably good. Yeah, there we go.
That's why it's not going to be a little while before the next batch is ready.
Yeah. You had to build that new distillery, not get more copies printed of the books.
Okay, how do we want this to play out?
In media res. I think like as it's happening.
This could be the phone call where you're breaking the news to her.
Actually, I'd rather you have come by to see on to
Pick up your copies.
yes, there we go. Oh hey, 1 second. Turn down the pause that. You keep running there, print machine. I'll be right back to you. Hey,
Bobby! I'm so excited!
Fanny, it's so great. Our books are getting made right there. You can see.
Whoa! oh, it's so much bigger in real life.
I know. I'm about to get it started here. We were just about to finish printing out the dust jackets, and then the whole thing's gonna be ready to go. Also, I got the celebratory gin just about ready to start fermenting. Wait, not fermenting. Distilling. The other one.
That's also very exciting news. What flavors did you go for this time?
Well, I just finished my bath, so I'm gonna say we're probably gonna be Pantene will be the dominant flavor with hints of I want to say zest.
Well,
Don't ask me what kind of zest. It's whatever I can get sloughed off.
first on the list, right?
It's what you do with zest.
I mean, me.
Oh yes. You get first on the list for the book and first on the list for the gin. Hey, why don't you come on inside the house here? We'll have a nice little cup and we'll catch up while this thing finishes up warming up. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shuck off my swamp gear,
Yeah, let's go. Let's sit down here.
seal the vapor barrier. Yeah.
So you excited to get your books into stores? You got any tours lined up?
Yeah. The local high school is gonna have me come in and talk to the students there. At least in one of the English classes.
Well, dang,
I know the teacher. We went to school together.
Ain't that fantastic? You know, kids today, they got them their allowances. They got plenty of disposable income to spend up books and whatnot. It's okay.
So, what?
It's probably swamp gas. That kind of happens all the time. We'll get to it later.
Does it smell like swamp gas?
And this
Smells.
Yes. Smoke's like filling the room.
It smells like Pantene.
What's going on in that room over there? I'll go check.
time of day.
Aurora Borealis.
Jesus. Okay,
Yep.
let's see.
So I don't know how we're going to get a bad outcome out of where we left your character.
No kidding, right? Okay, Garland doesn't drown,
Okay.
clearly.
Follows the tiki torches in the wrong direction.
This is the weird thing, right? Because now it's like, establish means I set the scene and you guys would decide the outcome, but we know the outcome has to be negative no matter
Right.
what. So we're all building this together.
Sure.
Okay, so Garland doesn't drown. Makes it to land. It's again still middle of the night. He's soaking wet. It's the middle of summer. Bugs everywhere. He's not freezing to death, but he's certainly just like he's covered in stinky swamp, whatever.
I like what Corey said, that you followed the tiki torches in the wrong direction.
Oh, back to that.
Yeah.
Back to the tree where I tied the first one up.
No, the end.
I go
Like
to.
you've drifted toward the middle of the line.
Right.
You're like, oh, all I got to do is follow the torches.
That'll get me away. And I follow it all the way back to
To the
Beast
lair.
Slayer.
Yep.
to the lair, and I get onto the ground and I pull myself up, and I'm moving just in like whatever direction to get away from the water. I realize that was not the right direction, and then I hear the shrieking, the cries, the blood curdling scream, that kind of thing. I'm hearing that much closer than I expected.
Okay. And is that where the scene ends, or like without? I feel like
It's got to
this...
be way more negative, right? Like it's
Well, so what if you hear it right behind you?
and I pick up. I just scramble for something. I pick up like a branch, like a big branch, and I just stand up and I just start swinging it, and I'm screaming and just like attacking whatever's out there, and I'm flailing around, and start running, and then I hear it again always behind me, and I whip around and I'm doing that, and basically end up. I find myself, and then I find myself in the cave.
That's the end of the scene?
Like I've been chased into the cave.
All right.
And then any light from the outside, just inky gets blotted out at the front.
And I think that the scene ends with a close-up, like on your face, like looking at certain things, and the camera doesn't show us what those things are.
Yeah.
But you're just reacting more and more to everything that you're seeing.
More and more terror, more and more just falling apart, and just like, yeah.
Yeah. Have a negative.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
So now we need a scene that goes badly for me. I kind of feel like I've had my own story. I haven't really interacted with everybody else.
Yeah, like we need to. How about?
Yes.
So you're like you've waited like 20 minutes.
Right.
She hasn't shown up.
Right.
You're like the only way I'm gonna I can't rely upon the only person I can rely upon in town.
I'm worried my mom is going to come down and realize that, my husband has died mysteriously again.
So you get like the hand truck, the thing like right. You roll him out to the back of your nice fancy SUV that you've got. You toss him in the trunk side, and you're like, I'm just gonna have to dump his body in the swamp. No one's gonna believe me. Like whatever. You're starting to panic.
Right.
You drive him out to the farthest part of the edge of like where you can drive to before you end up in the swamp, to basically unpack his body and throw him into the swamp, which is not a good idea. We could do that. Does that sound like a
I'm
thing?
heading there, and I see you on your way. All right. Bonk, 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 bonk,
I,
bonk,
like,
bonk,
pull
bonk.
over, roll down. Yes. Oh, hey, Linda.
Get in, get in. I still need your help with this.
Okay. Take the keys out. Get into the passenger. How's it going?
So it's going real bad. I've got my husband, my dear beloved husband, in the back.
Is he still sick?
Yeah, that's why I'm taking him to the hospital, because he's real sick.
Okay.
I think I've driven way past the hospital, and I'm clearly going out into the swamp.
Is there a new hospital? We go to the city?
We're going to the hospital. Oh, golly gee whiz, did I get turned around?
Yeah, it looks like you got turned around.
Oh, well.
If you just hang a Yui, we can get back into town.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Probably shouldn't be driving this fast on this road. It's got a bit of a soft shoulder.
So my stupid plan that I have executed to perfection was getting the smart person involved.
Yes. You remembered you had to do that, and you realized you didn't need to do that anymore.
But it worked.
Yeah.
So
You did it.
I did it, and I basically do what you tell me to do and do a UE back toward the hospital, where I guess I hand the poisoned corpse of my husband over to the doctors while you're watching.
You pull the hatch up in the back, like, ooh, I don't think he's sick anymore.
And then I think I get a negative card. Well,
All right.
that bodes ill for me. So the final scene of this fiasco has to include an out-of-control rampage. And this is a scene about Fanny.
Yeah, I was thinking we
It
go back and look for Garland, take the fan boat out like we discussed.
So maybe I've just dumped my husband and said, gotta go bye!
Yeah.
And we've piled into, my crossover SUV.
Yeah. Yeah, you got four-wheel, and we should have some four-wheel for this.
Right.
Yeah, so
Probably a
like,
Cadillac.
to be like my buddy Bobby's cousin's missing in the swamp. I think the beast got him.
Wait. Not Garland.
Yeah. Yeah, you know him?
Biblically.
He ain't that old.
Oh, you've all shown up together, have you? Should we just assume?
Okay, so I think we're at Bobby's place, and when I'm saying this about Garland.
Yeah.
And I'm
Loading up
standing
the
there
fan boat.
while you're loading
Supplies.
up. I'm just like, oh, don't forget that.
Guns, more tiki torches, gasoline.
Hey, any more potable or at least flammable alcohol in that car of yours?
Well, only what I need when I'm on long drives.
We can siphon the tank.
Perfect.
Excellent. Just get that started.
Wow.
So you're siphoning fuel out of her vehicle.
Just a
You're getting
bucket.
your bonus bottle out
Yes.
of the glove compartment.
Bottles.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Well,
Holy shit.
I think we're all set.
Perfect.
It's time to go rescue that boy.
You've got a revolver in there too in your glove compartment, don't you?
No, I've already taken that out. It's no longer in my glove compartment.
Okay, great.
Yes. So, how is this moving toward an out-of-control rampage?
Either the beast counts as a rampage attacking us, or we count as a rampage attacking it with our fan boat.
So you're gonna have to come across it. Like you guys end up at the same location.
Yeah. Got my GPS.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is a story where we ever see the beast.
Okay.
Like the audience.
Hey, Fanny, the leftover gasoline that didn't make it into the tank of the fan boat, but we still weren't finished draining the tank. Did that perhaps make it into any of the empty gin bottles that were still in the fan boat?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Well, you left me enough to drive home, right?
Yeah, it'll start.
Yeah, we'll put it back. I mean, it shouldn't take all this. We'll put it back when we're done here.
Still some in the cylinders. It's fine.
I just need a little bit of liquid courage here.
Bobby. What did I tell you about drinking my gin?
Strongest gin. I'll be fine. Just gotta find Garland.
Huh.
Moving on.
Okay.
So, we are we sort of we see the fan boat drive off, and then we hear screams.
Yeah.
And then like
Gunshots.
the fan has been ripped off of the fan boat, and it comes floating back into view. And then we move on to the aftermath.
Yes, there's like little fire
sounds
bursts
good, yeah.
in the distance. Yeah.
Is part of the swamp on fire from the
I
torches?
assume
left?
we tried to flush that sucker out.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Or,
'cause
like,
you
get
tied
a-
one to a tree.
Sure did.
Just like attract Garland's attention so that he knows where we are.
Right.
Yeah.
I
He can find us.
I had more flare guns than should have been legal.
So, before we move on to the aftermath, we have a chance to help each other.
Oh.
So, starting with Ian, without looking at any of your cards, you may, if you like, pass a card to Beej.
And these are any of the cards I've received, correct?
Correct.
You need some positivity in your life.
Oh, that's good.
So you may, if you like, pass a card to me.
I'm going to pass you a negative card.
Yeah, I'm just going to pass that straight on.
Oh. This one's for Ian.
All right. So now we're looking at our numbers. And remember how we calculate numbers?
Yes.
So I'm a blue 6.
I'm a red 1.
I'm a red 3.
I'm a blue 5.
Standing by.
So, you're a red 3, you said, Ian?
And I'm a 1.
You're a red 1. You're a red 3. Beej, you are a blue,
Blue 5.
and I'm a blue 6. All right. So, Ian, what you got for your aftermath?
Aftermath, red 3, disastrous. My situation can be summed up in one word, harsh. I have problems now that I didn't have before. Hanging over me like evil black clouds. Medical problems, personal problems. Nothing I need is coming my way, ever.
So, how does that? So, tell us the story of what happens.
How
That
does-
is.
I think, quite frankly, I have driven out into the middle of the swamp with half a stomach full of gasoline. The evil black clouds hanging over me are quite literally evil black clouds, mainly from expended gunpowder, gasoline, and swamp gases. My hands are really, at this point, I have lost all function of my human mind, and now I'm a being of pure id, with two goals: consume more liquid, and find my brother.
Cousin slash.
Yeah, find my kin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I no longer have power to my fan boat, so I've grabbed the nearest stick nearby and probably will be out there for another 2 weeks until the gasoline wears off in my stomach or I'm found by local authorities.
Huh. Aftermath for Blue 5. Appalling. I don't want to seem bitter. Now I know what it's like to be utterly crushed, casually brought low, forced to eat my own words, and stand mute and powerless before my enemies. They gloat, and I am helpless, so that's nice.
What does that mean?
You thought the beast would be hot, but you didn't find it attractive at all.
No. That's really the best answer. I want to think that I was so driven into terror. I don't end up dying.
Okay.
I get so driven into terror by whatever has happened, by whatever has occurred there, that that as you are a being of pure id, the same thing kind of happens to me. That I'm just kind of broken into like this just responding animal man thing. So that when 3 people on a fan boat show up, I just jump them and attack them because they're invading my lair.
Have we figured out what the beast is? Is this a recurring thing that happens to the people
Well, it
around
is a
here?
skunk ape, and I do believe you smell like shit.
And so I lash out and attack and start trying to hurt people. You have firearms.
All the time while yelling America, America.
Yeah. And
Your own name.
and I'm I am utterly crushed
Okay.
by them.
By 4 RCMP
Yeah.
officers.
I know that the idea is that it's supposed to be that it's like you stand mute and powerless before my enemies, but it's like that twisted, and now I'm actually literally killed by the people who came to come find me.
So, my aftermath. Wretched. Things have been better. I've been ground down and brought low, but at least I've learned a lesson about human greed and frailty. This lesson will serve me well in prison, which feels like a logical next step in my career.
Holy shit!
Wow.
So,
So tell me, Dale, how does that play out for you?
well, I think I get out of the swamp. But the people in the hospital have figured out exactly what happened.
Right.
And, you know, I'm this 55-year-old woman, eventually led off to prison, and there's my mama crying as the bars slam shut.
No, Linda. My coffee.
You Black Widowed yourself through a lot of men, but now it's finally caught up with you.
Yep.
All right.
Especially since you just dumped that one at the hospital. How could they have discovered my scheme?
Yes.
I've got my aftermath. Horrifying. I'm probably dead, right? Other people too. Probably innocent people. There's no justice, there's no mercy. Everything is utterly painfully screwed, and it is all of it, my fault. Well, I hadn't written that blog, then Carlin wouldn't have gone to the swamp, and Bobby wouldn't have lost his fan boat and his hand. And Linda's husband was sick. If I wasn't hungover, he would have made it to the hospital on time.
You're blaming yourself for his death. Oh my god.
I'll never ride again.
All those teenagers that were at that bush party. When we showed up with our guns. It was just wet grad out. It was wet.
Holy shit.
The end? Thank you for watching DiceFriends. This has been, the Beast of Sucker Creek. I had so much fun, you guys.
Good, I'm glad.
This episode, like everything we do, has been brought to you by you. So thank you for your support. You can support us further by becoming a member here on YouTube or by supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. There will be more Dice Friends. We've got packs, but there are other things in the works. And at some point, we're getting back to Alien Heat Death, which should be very exciting.